How would your life be different if you did not have this limiting belief? A belief is something that you hold to be true for yourself, and it holds you in a certain area. And what that can do over time is it keeps you in boxes, it keeps you in frames where that can be good in some cases, but some cases it can actually hold you back. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, this channel is all about connecting the dots between personal development and spirituality. On this channel, we talk about quite a few different topics, such as energy work, energy healing. We also talk about how you can overcome limiting beliefs and obstacles that you might be facing in your life. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing 3 reasons why it is difficult for you to overcome or move past a limiting belief you might hold. This is coming from my own personal experience and the experience of some of the clients that I work with. I'll give you an example from myself. Throughout my life, I've had a limiting belief saying, I am not enough. That is something that I unconsciously held with me throughout different areas of my life. So for example, in my relationships, and the relationship isn't just between you and your partner, it's also between you and your family, you and your friends, you and your coworkers. So that's something that I held on to for quite a long time, and it did not serve me. Now, I want you to think of a limiting belief that you hold that you would like to overcome. It could be, I am not enough, like the example we're going through. It could be, I am not worthy. It could be, I am too, and fill in the blank, too tall, too short, too beautiful, too ugly, too smart. You can literally fill in the blank here. I am blank. I am not blank. The first reason that it's difficult for us to overcome the limiting beliefs that we might hold is because we don't and we have not explored where they originated from. Okay? So when in your life did you experience the limiting belief of, I am not good enough, I am not enough? Think about your limiting belief. At what point, what is the earliest point in your life that you can remember that you experienced this limiting belief? Was it something passed down from your parents? Was it something that you observed and that you claimed to be true from yourself? A lot of our beliefs come from our early childhood, from the ages of 0 to 7 years old. So a lot of our limiting beliefs are put in place to protect us for something. Reason number 2 of why it is hard for us to overcome some of the limiting beliefs that we hold is that we don't fully understand what fear is behind it. So for example, in the case of my limiting belief growing up that said, I'm not good enough, I'm not enough. That was to protect me from not being let down, not being hurt. I essentially put this belief up for me to give myself a reason and validation as to why things didn't work out the way I wanted to. I was protecting myself. I was protecting my own feelings. So I really want you to think about the limiting belief that you're trying to overcome. What's the fear behind it? And then once you kind of locate that and say, okay, it was a fear of judgment, it was a fear of criticism, it was a fear of being hurt. This sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but what if that happened to you? Yeah, it would probably suck, but what would that do for you? What would you gain? What insights would it bring you to feel judged? What can you better see in yourself and see in others when you are faced with that fear? Because if you don't face your fears, they will forever rule the way that you act, the way that you behave and you respond to situations. And the last reason why it may be hard for you to overcome a limiting belief is that you may lack clarity or knowing what it would be like on the other side. Who would you be if you didn't believe that this limiting belief was a part of you? What if you lived your life up until this point thinking the reverse of your limiting belief, thinking that you were enough? What would happen? How would that change the way that you showed up? How would that have changed the outcome of certain situations? If I thought growing up that I was enough, how would that affect the way that I showed up? How would that affect the types of opportunities that I would go after, the types of relationships that I would have? I want you to write down or think of your limiting belief very clearly, and I want you to think about times where you were enough, times that go against in reverse of what that limiting belief was. And what we're doing here is we're building up evidence, saying, you know what, I did believe this most of my life, but hey, there is evidence saying that this is not true. This is not completely true. Because in order to overcome your limiting beliefs, you need to prove to yourself that they are not true. Because a belief is something that you consider true about yourself. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys got some value and got something that you can take home and really think about your own limiting beliefs. If you guys want to dive deeper into topics just like this, watch this video next.